Dr. Billy Graham is a wonderful example of the spiritual truth: the gifts and the calling don't age. The world's best-known evangelist will turn, are you ready for this, 95 next November. He has helped to launch a unique crusade that comes to Canada in his birthday month, November. He hopes to bring it to your living room. Watch this.
Millions of people are searching. People are searching for answers to the problems of the world. Searching through religions for truth. But they never come to truth till they come to Christ.
This is serious business. It's life and death, and it's not too late. We still have a window of opportunity to reach a lost and dying world.
I think there's definitely a spiritual need in Canada. People are looking for hope.
My hope for Canada is water for our thirst.
My Hope with Billy Graham is Billy Graham's call to relationship evangelism in Canada. This effort to share the hope found in Jesus Christ calls for believers to reach out to family, friends, co-workers, fellow students, and neighbors to sow the seeds for a great harvest. In November 2013, we're planning for the gospel message to be presented to millions of viewers.
My Hope is an opportunity for churches to reach their communities for Jesus Christ. Matthew is a host who invites folks into their home. Matthew was one who, when he met Jesus, was very eager for his friends and his family to know Jesus as well. And so he threw a party, and he invited his neighbors, he invited his friends to come and join him and meet Jesus. And that's really what My Hope does. God is putting together the pieces. We're meeting people, and other pastors are saying, we've been praying for a way to mobilize our people. We've been looking for an opportunity to get our folks involved in personal evangelism, and I believe this is it.
God is waiting to welcome you with open arms.
The My Hope Project has been to 57 countries since 2002. More than 4.5 million Matthews have opened their homes to proclaim the gospel, with an average of more than 2 decisions for Christ per home.
I think it's a powerful tool, and we're expecting something great. I think it's the best evangelistic campaign we've had.
We've seen God use this strategy of the My Hope Project in Latin America, in Asia, in Africa, in Europe.
In Canada, My Hope will supplement traditional telecasts with new media to reach all generations.
It's one-on-one evangelism, it's personal evangelism, small group evangelism, but just done on a large scale.
This is the opportunity to get involved and mobilize your church and the members of your church to evangelize your community and reach them with the gospel of Jesus Christ.
The spiritual need has never been greater. You can join thousands of believers across the country that will have a unique opportunity to reach out to people around them. Millions could come to Christ.
My hope for Canada is that Christians from all across the country will be able to share their faith with those in their lives in a way that they've never been able to do before.
There is a great sense of longing for something real, for hope, and we have the answer in Jesus Christ.
David McFarlane is the Director of National Initiatives for the Billy Graham Evangelistic Association of Canada. And it is a joy to have you back. Old friend. I mean, 4 years ago, the Evangelical Fellowship of Canada released you to this.
That's right.
BGEA came after you. You are the man for the job. And has there ever been anything as exciting as this?
This is very exciting indeed, Moira. This program has seen 10 million people come to Christ all over the world. In the last decade, more have come to Christ through this and Billy Graham's ministry combined. It's really an exciting program, and we're bringing it not only to Canada but to the United States for this coming year. Very, very exciting. And the concept Moira, is so simple. It's based on Matthew in the Bible. And Matthew encountered Jesus Christ, and then he threw a party, invited his friends to come and to meet the Jesus and to change his life. And that's what this is about. It's about relational evangelism. It's not about crusades, which is what you think about when you think of Billy Graham and Franklin Graham. It's about people inviting someone to their home or to a Starbucks or on a fishing trip to watch the video. But the key to this is that it's all about prayer and relational evangelism. Probably the best example I have, Moira, is when I lived in Brampton. There was a guy called Harvey, and he was just an outgoing Christian, loved the Lord, loved people, and he purposely would pray for all his neighbors and invite them over for barbecues and keep doing that all summer, and they'd invite him back, and he got to know everybody. And then he would phone me and say, David, I've got a barbecue on Saturday. I told them my pastor's coming. He's going to give a little spiritual message, and they said they'd come and hear you. So they'd show up, and they'd be drinking their beer, flipping their burgers, and I would simply give the gospel, and a couple of people every time, at least 2 or 3, would commit their lives to Christ. And it wasn't about me. It was about the fact that Harvey had been praying and building relationships. And that's what the basis of the My Hope program with Billy Graham's about. It's about helping to equip our people through training. We have free training that's offered, and the training will train them to start praying daily for their neighbors and people that they love and want to see come to Christ, family members and so on. And then intentionally, keyword is intentionally, build credible relationships with people by getting to know them, going out of your way to invite them over, becoming a friend of people. Michael Green said to me years ago, we need people to say, you built a bridge to me, and in time Jesus crossed that bridge. So if we can start as Christians,
friendship first.
That's right. Instead of looking inward, start intentionally and prayerfully, building bridges to people, whether they come to Christ or not. But we hope in time that Jesus will cross the bridge. And then inviting them to watch this half-hour video. It's only 30 minutes with Dr. Graham speaking. It's very high-tech. It's got testimonies in it as well. And this can be shown in a home. And people, when they invite the person to see the video, they don't do bait and switch. They will say, you know that I'm a Christian. This is a video about the Christian faith that means a lot to me. So people come.
In other words, you're not deceptive. You're open
about
what
you're not deceptive at all.
Doing.
And you don't invite strangers to watch the video. These are people with which you built
trust.
Genuine trust. Exactly. Well done. That's exactly it. And so they come to the house, and then we teach people how to simply show the video, which isn't very complicated, and then give a personal testimony for a couple of minutes of how this has meant a lot to them too, and give people an opportunity to respond to Christ.
Okay, there's 2 things that are very different here. First of all, we are not talking about weeks and weeks of a Bible study or something.
No, we're not.
We're talking about one time, 30 minutes.
That's correct.
The whole message.
That's correct. Yeah.
You mentioned training.
Yes.
That too is not weeks and weeks.
Well done.
Of preparation. Like it's a new paradigm here.
It's an exciting paradigm, yes. It's only 3 hours of training. And people can go to a website, myhopewithbillygraham.ca. They can find locations where this training is offered for free all across the country. And our goal is to train people that can take this material for free and train their own people in their churches or the neighbors or the people in their ministry with this free material. So they can then in turn pray for people, build bridges to them, and learn how they can show the video and then lead them to Christ and then do follow-up. The key is follow-up.
Just going to go there. So I've got people in my living room, they've watched the video, and some clearly want to respond or will be in touch afterwards.
That's right.
And want to respond. Now, is it up to me to take it from there?
It can be, or your church can help you out, but the material is free and we train you how to do it. Okay. I have a saying, which the fish that got away don't count. So I think that follow-up is really where it's all about. Discipleship is the backbone of everything. And this program helps you to do that. And by the way, you don't have to show it in a living room. It would be good to do that. You can. But you could show it on an iPad, at a Starbucks, or at Tim Hortons.
You said fishing. Somebody out fishing has done this.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Taking it on a laptop on a fishing trip with a bunch of buddies. And you tell them this is what you're going to show, and you have a chance to talk around the campfire. I mean, this is so flexible. And the video will be available in July, probably June, July, and it's free. And there are about 3 different versions of it. And they're Billy Graham speaking, high-tech, well-edited, with testimonies.
27 languages.
Yes, well done. Yes.
Nobody's left out here.
No, if people can email us to let us know if they need it in a different language, because it's been done in all these different countries. So it's available in Tagalog and in Mandarin and Cantonese and Spanish and so on. So for a city like Vancouver or or Toronto or Montreal, or in fact, today, any city. This would be a great tool for any church to have. Excellent. It will help revitalize churches.
Now, Billy Graham's birthday is going to
Yes.
be extra special in
Yes.
2013. Tell us why.
Well, he's going to be 95 this year. And so November the 7th. And on November the 7th, the program will be shown, in fact, on the station, on CTS, and on a couple of other stations, so people can watch it. But it is available on DVD ahead of time, so people can show it right away. The moment they get the DVD and have taken the training, they can start showing the video and seeing people come to Christ.
Okay, this is too important. You don't want to miss this. myhopewithbillygraham.ca. You want to plug in. I've already told my husband we've got to be praying about this. We want to be a part of this. You know, in our chapel yesterday, we were pointed to Acts 17, the Apostle Paul reminding the men of Athens that God gives to all people, all things, and he determined the exact times and places where we should live. And there's a reason for that. Verse 27 says that they would seek God, if perhaps they might grope, feel for him, though he is not, and find him, though he's not far from each one of us.
Amen.
That's the truth where we are.
That's right.
So we need to be thinking about who is my neighbor. It's not an accident. Who are the people I connect with socially?
That's right.
There's a purpose. There's eternal potential.
And who could we get to know? Who are the people that if I put a bit of prayer and time and concern in, I could build bridges to people that I don't yet know, and they could become friends and they could come to know Christ.
David, we want to be part of this statistic. 2.5 out of every household.
That's right, every
coming
household.
into the kingdom of God.
Amen. 10
eternally
million
rescued.
people.
It's just too exciting.
Yeah.
Too bad we don't have more time, but you've got the information you need. Respond today, and we will be back.